Nah, that's smart, man. That's smart. Hold on. I think you have a green screen. Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Turn it off. Bong. There we go.
Now mute
Drop a
yourselves
bomb.
in the other one though, so it doesn't echo.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right about that. No, you're right about that. I'm gonna drop a bomb for Hadouken and the homie Nick Gas coming through, holding it down on the Smoking Nick podcast. You know what I mean? With your boy Lau. Drop a bomb on this heat.
Where you go?
I don't know where you're going, but Hadouken,
What's good?
I appreciate you coming through, family, showing me some love on the pod.
No problem. No problem.
Heavy speech. I see you in the chat. You got to teach me how to mod. Teach me, throw me your personal info so we can talk about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But give me your opinion, man. Talk about it. What do you think really went wrong? And let me shout out to Nick Gas real quick. Bang, 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 bang.
In the building, Smoking Nick podcast.
On God. With your boy Long. Let me drop a bomb for my niggas really coming through, holding it down for the gang. Other people don't know. I'm well equipped out here. They don't know. I'm out here.
Yeah, that was a good effect.
Yo, unmute yourself, my G. You muted. Unmute yourself. Say what you were saying.
Okay, got it. Now I'm saying, who needs Funk Flex when we got our own drops?
Yeah, you gotta make that, dog. The motherfuckers don't be knowing. You gotta be ahead of the game. But I was gonna let my man Hadouken talk about how he truly felt. Ultimately, was the reason we lost, even though it was only by 2 points.
Basically, the main reason that we lost this game is because our star player didn't play like his average at all. Like if he at least got his average, we would have won this game. But he did not play like no star player today. That I don't know if it was the lights. I don't know if it was just him getting in his own head, but he didn't play well. Our defense was iffy at certain times. We let some open lanes and baskets in the lane, some drives by Trey Young and Lou Will, and we just couldn't execute at the end. That defensive play just didn't work out.
Let me ask you another question, Hadouken. If Julius Randle got his average today, because I know he made like 5 out of like 20 something shots or something like that.
He was 6 of 24.
6 of
24. What he had, like 12 points?
I think 18? It was 15. 15, something like that.
15. So if he got his average, what you think we would have won by?
If he got his average, we
like
28 points. Won by like 10. But you said 25. You wildin', not like probably.
No, I'm talking about his average is 25, 28.
Oh yeah, he's like 24, 25, something like that.
I would have won probably by like 10. Win by like 28 points.
Yeah, I thought you said the same thing.
No. Come on. I put some respect on Trey Young.
They came out of nowhere, bro. They had Lloyd Pierce. They was losing every game.
Bro, McMillan just changed their whole shit up. Like I didn't really think it was mainly him in the beginning when I saw them win a few games, but then he really fucking turned that whole place around. Like that shit boxed me. I didn't really I didn't see it coming. Yeah, they were in a situation like they were supposed to be so much better. Like their team overall, their talent wise is definitely better than ours. Cause they paid Gallinari a big bag, and so they also paid Bogdanovich a big bag.
I wanted Bogdan.
Yo,
that kid is good.
Imagine if the Bucks had him if they didn't try to do no tampering. They
Man,
could have had him. That would have been wild.
that would have been
That would have
crazy.
been wild for them. That team would have been overpowered.
I
To be
like
honest,
Bogdan and Sack, and I'm like, yo, the Knicks need to run for him, run for him, run for him. We didn't even try to get him.
I think it's because they probably asked for too much, and we
Or
just
he's
didn't want
not
to go
part of the
restricted.
CAA. That's probably also the reason. He's
He's
signed by
also like
another guy.
28, so it would have been like
That's a
paying
good
someone
point.
that
That's a good
much.
point.
He's
Yeah, because it'll
28.
be
If they
30,
want to add
31.
things.
Yeah, it'll be 29 tomorrow next year. That would be good. But man, I feel like a Knicks win is crazy because it will vibe me for 2 days. For 2 days, I'm gonna be happy.
Guys,
Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna be wearing this hat and things like that. Now it's the opposite because those 3 days that you gotta wait for Wednesday feel so long. The
Bro.
TV is gonna remind me that we lost. Every 2 seconds, I look to the left. ESPN is showing Spike Lee jumping. No. First they show Spike Lee happy. Then they show Spike Lee celebrating Obi's dunk. Then they show Spike Lee celebrating RJ's dunk, and then you see Spike Lee at the end like this.
nah, bro. RJ really fucking murdered
RJ
Bogdan.
was
Like
nice.
that was insane. I was going crazy after he made that. He did that. He boomed it on him. And for
That was
people that
beautiful.
say he's not athletic, he is athletic. He just doesn't do it. He doesn't
Nah,
show it.
You know what it is,
No,
Hadouken? He
What's
don't
up?
have no right hand, fam. And if his right hand was stronger, both of them, RJ and Julius, if they right hands was
They don't show they're not ambidextrous. Like they don't show it. Except RJ did get better with his right, but he just doesn't go at it as much. Like today he had a
Julius-
euro with it. Was
yeah,
nice.
and Julius is good at dribbling with his right hand, but he's not good at attacking it. Right? He can hit you with the in and out, step back, hit a three, right or left. But when it comes to laying up on both sides of that rim, he disappears. And they're supposed to be professionals. $20 million a year?
Consistent.
Bruh,
He's getting all the bonuses too.
He made second team All NBA this year. I need to see that shit in the playoffs, fam. 100%. That's what I mean. And I can't say this shit on other people's podcasts because I'm going to come with it. These motherfuckers need to bring their right and their left hands if they want us to win games. They can't be just doing the same weak ass moves that they constantly be doing. Right?
Facts, bro.
But you can't
Facts.
say that shit because it's a family show. This ain't no.
But you know
fucking
that. But you know how I feel.
let me
when-
finish.
But you know how I feel, bro.
And I'm gonna let you get
2
off.
out. All right, go ahead. It's
Let
your
me get it
show.
off, and I'm gonna let you know this ain't my shit. This our shit, fam. This our shit. 100%. You didn't have to come here. This our shit. These motherfuckers, and I'm not hating on nobody else. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the players. No, I'm saying the players that play. They don't show up, and then we can't give it to them how they deserve it. Julius Randle did a lot of things today that he shouldn't have fucking did. Know what I mean? The coach did a lot of things that he shouldn't have fucking did. Like that last play call. It should have been a real play call ran, right? If that was Greg Popovich, I bet you we would at least got a shot off. Am I lying? That's
I
all
don't
we
know why
asked.
Alec Burks
That's
was
all-
inbounding.
Yeah, that's all we asked for as Knicks fans. We didn't even ask for the win. We just asked, can you get the fucking shot off at the end of the game?
Disgusting, bro.
And then when you say
Yeah.
that to people, they're like, oh, nah, you tripping, you crazy, you not. No, I'm just saying I saw what I saw.
No,
and-
you gotta understand the sensitivity right now. Look, we just saw one of our own. Shout outs to CP. I don't know, CP just basically graduated.
He did.
And don't get me wrong. I'm more of like MBK. I've been watching MBK for 5 years, bro. Like if you go back,
Me too.
Guillermo, which is currently my enemy, but like me,
You don't like
Guillermo.
Gmo?
I love Guillermo, but the thing is, it's like I know him from 4 years ago, so I acted the way I act. Now, when I go to his show, you have like a 200 fan base, So when I talk to Gmo, I cannot talk to him like I used to talk to him before. Because if I mess with you, if I fuck with you from before, you get what I'm trying to say? If I fuck with you and I talk to you a certain way,
And
your audience is
phrases.
your audience is not gonna see it the same. So their audience doesn't like the way I am, which I understand. I'm not. But it's mostly like CP just graduated.
You a lot of people. Yo, why they don't like you? They don't man.
Oh nah, bro. They like homie would leave me 2 hours on backstage on purpose, bro. He don't fuck with me at all. On purpose, bro. He won't even read my super chat, bro. I show love. Trust me, I show love. But what I'm trying to say is this: with a lot of content creators, they're noticing that business is booming, right? So obviously they think about monetization. They think about, I don't want to say nothing wrong because maybe the Knicks might invite me one day to, So that's also why that's what's happening with content creators. And also, you grew up in New York. Hadouken grew up in New York. A lot of these fans are not from New York.
That's true. So they don't understand how real we keep it.
Bro,
we keep it real.
We talk this loud because we take the train with people. You understand?
We really like that.
You gotta. So like
we really like that.
When you come from a city, facts. From when you're in a city that you always drive in, you're more polite and things like that. But the city is like it's very go-getter, and sometimes I struggle with that because, bro, I do comedy. I be saying the wildest shit on stage. So I'm used to saying wild shit, so you do got to tone it down. But at the same time, it's like, bro, Allen Houston's not going to be calling you,
All right. Let me tell you something right now. Subscribe to my channel, Nick, guys. You too, Hadouken. Y'all niggas ain't never got to filter. Y'all niggas ain't never got to filter yourself on a smoking Nick, man.
Nah, Nick's Die Hard Knicks also curses a lot. Die Hard Knicks, I don't know if you're looking him up.
Because
Eru.
I will.
Yeah, his is
I do my thing. I work my ass off to keep this little shit that I have. When I come home from work and I want to stream, I'm not trying to pretend for people. I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna tip
isn't it hypocritical that like look, Trae Young literally just cursed on TV. Isn't that weird?
Trae Young pisses me off, bro.
Oh, he pissed me off so bad. Mostly his hair.
He was like, shut the F up.
Yeah, he
said that.
And they went like 1-0. We 1-0. They
when
mad
Shaq,
quiet now.
Yeah, that's what Shaq said. Oh, they quiet now.
He was like, they were mad fucking quiet now. They're not talking shit now.
Bro, that boils my heart. You know why? Because people love to hate on New York, and they all They all rally and get together just to look at New York, So I don't like that. That's the Yankee fan in me. That's the Giants fan in me. Like,
it's the New Yorker in you, nigga.
Yeah. So I represent my city no matter what. Look, I
don't let people play me like that. I don't play like that. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect my city. If I've never talked reckless about yours, you get your head taken off. I don't give a fuck where I live. Oh God.
Can I ask you a question, Smoking Nick? Do you think that our players were affected by the 13,000 fans that were included, basically, because we used to have 2,000 before?
City.
Yes. 100%.
City's here?
City back?
Oh, no, I don't know.
I see him now.
Join my stream, fam. I threw the link for you, fam. Join my stream.
City in Idaho, bro. I don't know how the hell he ended up in Idaho.
I threw the link for you, fam. Join my stream.
He back on the.
Just hit the link. It's not up to me, nigga. Hit the link and you in there. Right there.
Yo, Dukin. By the way, Dukin, you did back to back streams, bro.
What do you mean back to back?
Oh, you was in Legions. Oh no, you wasn't in Ron's before.
Nah, I only got time for the later ones. I didn't have time for the other ones. I was too busy watching the other games.
Nah, yeah.
And I had my nieces and nephews over, so I had
100%.
Yeah,
City in the building. Yo, Smoking. Next time you gotta let the chat know. They don't even know we're here.
They don't. I'm a new streamer, so they ain't loving me yet. Know what I mean, I ain't popping yet. We coming up. It's to come up. I got like 40.
What's going on, City?
40 subscribers.
City.
You know what I mean?
I gotta grab. Hold on, I left my dog outside.
Nah, do what you gotta do.
You left your dog outside.
I forgot. I left him in the backyard. I'm like,
we
yo,
just
hold
needed
on.
you to be in the
That's
chat.
funny.
You feel me?
Oh yeah, no.
I like that the dog is probably like, yo, City, I'm outside. Yo, Dad.
I'm gonna drop a bomb for the whole panel being in this motherfucker.
The Smoking Nick podcast with Lions.
That's your boy, the LYOW.
We got the West Coast Knicks with the Brooklyn Nick.
When I tell them niggas, you act tough, I chop you up like pastrami meat.
Yo, this is funny.
Nah, but I'm
your
gonna
tongue tough, I lace you like
yo, you guys saw that Cornerstone Kev was gonna cry today?
wait. Did he?
Yo,
On
go-
MBK?
Bro, no. He was on Ron.
Nah.
He was like he started with this. What was he say? He was like, I can't even tell the word. Like he was like, I can't even describe the words of how I feel. And
Nah,
then
I'm
he
gonna
went
be
like
honest,
this.
bro. I was on the verge of like, bro. I get so pissed, like especially in moments like this, bro. There was a stage in like 2017. I mean, I was like 13, 14 in 2017, and I was watching, and we just couldn't win a game. And then this one chance we had to win a game, and I just started tearing up. I was like, bro, fuck this shit, bro. I'm tired. I
Right.
broke
This
the
is
wall,
so sad.
but
Yo.
I was so stressed. Oh my
Hadouken,
God.
you gotta let that shit go, bro. It's not that. You think it's personal, but those players don't take it as personal because they collect the check. So you gotta let that shit go. I know how I feel though, but let me
Yeah, I
say
know.
something. Yo, let me say something, guys. About what was that? What was man's in them name?
Cornerstone Kev.
Cornerstone.
Yeah, yo, bro, tell me he don't look like fucking.
Nah, Cornerstone
I like
Kev
that.
loves
Tell me,
Frank,
hold
that's
on. No,
why-
I'm not
that's why he
roasting.
was
I'm
cut.
not roasting. I'm just gonna say it one time, and I ain't gonna never say it again. In this stream, specifically, tell me he don't look like Tariq Nasheed.
You just said that.
He said Cornerstone Kev.
Cornerstone Kev.
Kev look like Tariq Nasheed. Look, he said he had to turn his face because he want to laugh.
Yo, and the other thing is the sentiment. You know, like, you know how you just told Hadouken,
Oh, you
like,
gotta
you
hit-
don't want.
Ask that
No,
nigga
but
to say family, and you gonna say.
But you know how you told Hadouken that like the players don't care. They they get the millions, and the next game, they're probably at home not worrying about it.
For sure.
That's also a difference that, like, I've been a Knicks fan since Stephon Marbury, but I'm young. The feeling of a Knicks fan that is like not 70, but 56, 60, like the way they carry on this team right now is more like, yo, I could be gone in 5 years. So we need to win right now. But we have so many levels in our fan base that, like, yo, why do you guys have a Hawk fans on Legions, Hadouken? Why was there a Hawk fans?
Oh no, he's cool. That's why we known him before. That's why.
But Hawks fans, while we have a Knicks party?
Nah, it was just one. He's a kid too. That's why he's young. He likes the Knicks too, but he's a Hawks fan. He
But
watches.
I'm pretty sure if it was
Yo,
the
I
other
gotta-
way
I
around,
gotta
we were
jump.
not being invited into a Hawks.
No, you
Parade.
good, your dog good, bro. You good? You're
Yeah,
straight.
I
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta jet.
All right, bro. Holla,
Peace out.
subscribe, bro. And we'll get into
Gotta
the next
take this,
next
dude.
time, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I
City.
gotta take this dude back out because he's looking at me like.
Man,
Yo,
man,
join
you gotta
when
get a
you
men's
come back,
dog,
bruh.
man. You
Join
gotta
when
get a
you
men's
come back.
dog, man. You gotta walk girlfriend's dog.
This guy's a Saint Bernard, bro. I don't know what you thought was going on.
What is
but
that?
That's what he.
Oh, let me see it now. I see like a little poodle type of dog.
That ain't no poodle.
Nah, there ain't no poodle.
He's
Stormy, come here.
50, he's
Stormy.
50%
Stormy.
Saint Bernard. And,
My dog's
Damn.
sleeping.
Oh well, no, 75
Come here.
Saint Bernard,
Come here.
15% Golden Retriever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll tell you what.
that's where he
This
gets-
is a
That's where he gets the black from.
this is a real dog, bro.
Fuck out of here. Come on,
Nah,
bro. You talking
bro.
about you pulled up a German Shepherd. You want me to pull my
This is
American
a
bully
real
up?
dog.
Is
This
we
is a
comparing and
real
contrasting?
This is a real. He's
Don't
just
make
sleeping.
me. Yo,
This is a
don't
real
make
dog.
me-
Come here.
And we
Don't
comparing
make
and
me bring
This is a
contrasting. Is that what
real
we doing?
dog. This is a real dog.
That's
A
a
man's
real dog?
dog. A man's
Oh, my
dog.
baby.
But she's
Don't
sleeping.
make
Yo, get
me-
out of here, bro. You mad Harry. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here.
Don't
bro.
make me bring the reptiles out,
Get out.
bro.
Oh,
The
man, he said
reptiles, oh
reptile.
hell no.
Man said,
Yeah, don't-
man said I got a
Don't
python.
What you talking about? I know I read.
Yo,
Yo, smoking dick, we lost. We lost. He has a, we lost.
Don't-
We lost. He has a
Don't
python. He has
don't
a
make me
python.
bring.
We all real
Yo,
niggas
don't-
out here. Yeah.
Don't make
He
me.
ha-
Don't make me bring the reptiles out.
Bring
He
them
has a
out.
python.
Don't make me bring
That's all
my
I gotta
guinea
say,
pig
bro.
out. We
Just don't tell me
family.
you got a snake, cause
Hey, listen. I got some.
Yo,
I'll show you
show them,
something
bro.
that'll eat
Yo,
that.
yo,
Put- put-
I'll
yo,
show you
this is
something
what I
that'll
love,
eat that
though.
guinea
This
pig.
is what I love.
City
Us
for real
black
got a
dudes,
zoo.
nah, this is what I love, guys. Us black dudes really tripping out off our vices, my nigga. This is real family shit right here. Like, nigga, we,
if this dude comes out with a
Like, you
snake,
got-
bro, I'm
look,
out.
look, look, you see my dog heavy. I woke him up out of sleep. Y'all disrespect my son. Hold on. A real American standard. You feel me? I ain't got no mini or no bully standard. Heavy.
I got me a German to protect my
and
back.
he
Yo,
love
I
his
grabbed the.
and he love his
I
daddy.
grabbed the.
What you
I
got,
grabbed
bro?
the small. I grabbed the.
Oh,
Oh, hell no.
I grabbed
Oh,
the small. one.
hell
reptile
no.
lover.
Yo, City got a
Like,
snake.
You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
grabbed
hell
the
City-
no,
small
not
one.
city, hell no.
This is
City,
this is-
City be
this
those
is
guys
the-
in Coney Island that be like, yo, you want to take a picture with my
Yeah.
snake?
Yeah, bro. This is yo.
Nah,
this
bro.
is this is the little one.
Nah,
Damn,
there's
he
no
got-
way.
He got multiple
Get
ones.
off my-
Yo, city, you're
This is
bugging,
small.
bro.
Yo,
This
City,
is
why
the
does it
small
look like we in the same room?
Oh, because we got the orange and blue.
You guys have the same exact thing.
But yo, this is a small one.
This is
City,
crazy,
how?
bro. Why do you have that?
I'm a hold on. I'm gonna show you the other one. I'm gonna grab the other one.
Did you have it since it was a baby?
Yes.
Okay,
I
that makes a
had
little
it-
more sense.
Yo, bro, I've had it since it was like this big.
Yeah, I
Wow.
would never.
Wow.
And
that's
look.
a lot.
And look,
How long? How old is he?
oh, this guy's like 4 years old. He's probably like 5 feet right now.
Nah, that's
How
too
long?
raw for
How?
me, bro.
What's the most they
Yeah, he's
age?
probably like-
what-
He's probably like 5 feet. Look, he's wrapped around my arm, holding.
What's the
holding
most that
my
they can
arm.
age? I don't have any more animals. I don't have any
Look.
roaches to show you,
I
so I don't
appreciate you
know.
smoking that whole
You know what I'm saying?
blood.
He's wrapped around my arm, bro.
Yo, smoking Nick, he said that's not the only one. He got a bigger one too.
Yo,
Yeah, for
He's
real.
bugging now.
I'm
He's straight
about
up
to go
Fam.
get it. I'm about to go get it.
fam.
I'm about to go
This
get
is what I like. This is what I like to see. It's reptile night on the smoking Nick. Let's drop a bomb for reptile night and animal night.
Yo, Hadouken.
Gas when you start dropping bombs on these niggas.
So
bro.
much bombs, bro. Yo, Hadouken, you gotta go to the train station now and pull out a New York City rat now. Step up your game, bro.
Hell no.
Bring a
Nah,
rat,
bro.
Yo, that's
Bring
how
Takashi.
that nigga said.
Bring Takashi in the stream,
That
bro.
nigga said you
Bring
gotta go. That nigga said you gotta go to the train station.
That's some New York shit right there, bro. And that's one thing I like about the West Coast. The streets are clean, no littering, bro.
Nah, LA
Yo,
is dirty too.
You in
though,
San
way.
Diego? That
No,
is San.
San
you said
Diego
only-
different from Cali.
the
only
Not
said
not
it's-
Cali, but like LA.
You in San Diego, bro? You
Yo,
living
y'all
good,
ready?
fam.
Oh nah.
You living
Y'all
good
ready?
in San Diego.
Oh
yeah.
No, I love
hell
San Diego.
no.
I love Diego.
Hell no.
Oh, he what?
Yo, look at this. Look at this big
Yo,
human.
He wallin', bro.
Yo, if I ever saw you with that, I'm going the opposite way and I'm running.
He is not going
Look-
to your house, bro. Wow.
Look at this behemoth.
Damn. Ain't that?
Look at the belly on
Yo,
this
how
thing.
is that safe for you? How you not feel?
Look, yo, you looking at the body, but you're not looking at the head. That shit can't swallow him. That's why it's safe for him.
Yeah, no.
Nah, but it could
Yeah,
choke you. Like first they choke you and then
Yeah,
they swallow
might
you. No
they
pause.
might yoke our arm, but that thing, if he really wanted to snap
Yeah,
that
yeah,
head off
yeah.
real quick, and then it'd be dead.
But no, look at the heat sensing pits on this thing. Don't
Oh,
move.
nah, that he just. I swear, I just
Oh,
thought
oh,
he.
oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, he has good
You see that?
gauges. Oh,
Good.
You
How
see
many
that?
times? How many times you been
You see that?
bit by that thing, City?
6.
You heard what I said? That nigga been bit 6
No.
times by his snake,
it
bruh.
only
No,
takes one for me to run away.
probably like 8.
That's
Disclaimer
crazy.
for all y'all animal
But I got a dragon
motherfuckers.
too.
Oh, what? A
I got
lizard?
a dragon.
Keep going,
Y'all
keep
niggas
going,
always
keep
nah,
going.
nah.
Lizard?
These niggas always call lizards dragons. They're
Yeah,
lizards.
that's
nigga.
what people
I
say.
got
It's a
one.
lizard.
I got one. I'm gonna bring it.
It's a lizard. My man did the same thing to me. He used to be like, "Yo, I got a dragon," and I'm like, "Yo, let me see your dragon."
Yeah.
And it was a fucking
I gotta
lizard.
go downstairs.
You thought it was some Game of Thrones?
I
like,
thought it was
yo,
some fucking.
she about to, you got
I
three?
thought it-
You got
I
three
swear to
dragons?
God, I thought it was some Aragon shit, and it wasn't.
Yo, if I got a snake and I have a dog, I'm not letting that combination happen.
Nah, never let your don't have cats. Cats is the haters. Cats want to eat
Yeah,
everything.
cats are mass
Cats are the-
killers. Actually,
yeah,
cats
Yeah, I know,
kill
but
for
I'm
fun.
saying I wouldn't let a
Cats,
snake mess with
yeah,
my
they
dog.
kill for fun. Dogs are not like that. Cats are the people that, yeah. I got a
I'm
whole
saying
hamster
snakes
over
are
there.
like
I got a whole guinea pig, and my dog would never even sniff at my guinea. If I had a cat, that guinea pig be dead already.
Yeah, they're surplus killers.
Yeah, they eat shit like that. That's why.
Eat for
They
fun?
always
No,
look
no,
for
they
that.
for fun, for fun.
Yeah,
Feed
they
five
kill
for
for fun.
for fun.
Yeah, I think there's
I
a
don't like
big
cats. I'm not a cat.
there's a Louis C.K. joke that he goes like, oh, when you have a dog, you can let the dog know, hey, there is, that's a hamster. Do not bite the hamster. And the dog will be like, are you sure I can't eat the hamster? And you're like, yeah, you cannot eat the hamster. But he looks so tasty. But a cat is like, a cat is different. A cat is like look at this mother. Oh, I can't wait to kill this motherfucker.
I can't wait.
Like I can't wait to scratch them. Like that's how cats are. They're so evil because they're meant to kill. Yeah,
they're vindictive. They're vindictive as fuck, bro. You leave your hamster alone, or you leave that cage open. That cat will get in that cage, and that shit is
man.
gone.
You leave your phone charger, and your cat will eat it.
Ooh.
I see it.
Now let me see the bottom, the front.
Look at those little spikes.
Oh,
This
And
dude
that,
is
my
like,
friends.
Yo, look at my hand. Look at my hand. This dude is literally the size of my hand. Look.
You know what it reminds me of? You remember the movie, the book and the movie Holes by Louis Sasher? Holes, like with Zero and one of them guys. That's what it reminded me of. Like at the end of the movie when Stanley Jones is
Yo, City, or yo, matter of fact, real. How old is that dragon?
He is 3.
3 years or 3 months?
No, 3 years. 3 years.
Nigga gonna make me. Nigga gonna make me pull my guinea pig out.
you're gonna show the reptiles food. You're gonna show the reptiles some food.
You're gonna show the rodent. Hold on,
yo, don't make me. Don't make me grab the boa, yo.
Oh,
yo, he has more.
Oh, you got a boa constrictor?
Yeah, she's feisty though. I like it.
Yeah,
sometimes it takes like
chill.
Sometimes Sometimes it takes 2 people. Bro.
You look a little tired
get
tonight.
wild.
We don't want the boa waking up, and we don't want the stream going all night and then the boa coming out of your body at the end of the morning.
Like, yo, bro, she's mad feisty though. She be like, as soon as I go to open the thing, she be like sounding
Snapping.
like a cat.
You know that, since we're talking about like exotic animals, you know that there's more tigers in the state of Texas than in the whole than in all Africa. Like there's they have the biggest population of tigers. Yeah, in Texas. Just in Houston last week, there was a tiger that was like on the loose. And
I saw.
You saw that, right? And the guy randomly told the tiger,
that
"Get
kind
in
of
the
makes
car."
sense. Yeah,
Bro,
he's like, get back in the house. Get back.
Bro,
in the house.
the tiger, listen, bro. The tiger went back in the car and homie drove off.
That makes sense because people were also looking at it casually. Like people were just parked.
It wasn't his pet tiger. He just told it.
It was. It was.
Nah, it was his pet tiger. This man had a pet tiger in the neighborhood. Like I'm not letting that happen.
Yeah, and you could see the neighbor telling him like, "Get your motherfucking tiger!" Like
And he was like, "Get your fucking tiger." He's like, "You can't be letting him loose."
Word. Yo,
Bro, you're not
send
catching me
that
in places
video
like
to
that.
me, son. Send
bro.
that shit
And
to
I'm
me.
thinking
I've
they're
seen it
gonna
like
kill
2
the
weeks
tiger or
ago.
anything. I was like, okay, they're gonna kill the tiger, right? No, homie told open the door and he's like, get inside. And the tiger was like, yeah, bro. Like, yo, I was like, yo, that's some Texas shit right there. Like niggas be
The
like,
tiger got in the car.
bro, I
And he
swear to
drove off
God.
with his tiger.
And he drove off like nothing happened. And then you saw later on in the news that they were looking for the guy. So it took 3 days to find the guy. I'm like, yo, who has a tiger in their
And nobody
house?
can find you, dog. Many people. You wouldn't believe.
I didn't, but man, some people, you gotta have a lot of money too. You know, those pets are expensive. Like
People only got that if they're rich, though. That's
Nah,
the thing.
yeah,
yo, son, it's high. It's
Maybe,
a
though.
thing called high middle class that we don't understand that motherfuckers.
no, not really. I
you
think
can get
he's right because, like, for example, drug dealers love tigers or like exotic animals. Like Pablo Escobar, for example, he had a whole zoo in Medellin.
Yeah, he did. He did.
A lot of
Medellin.
like drug guys that sell shit like that. They have like animals like that. You could see it because I know I saw like a video. There was this like she had like a mansion and they had like a tiger cage like in their mansion, and he was a drug dealer too. And he did
or like Mike Tyson when he first got money, the same thing. You know, like. So I don't know. It's probably a fascination, like, you know.
Especially because like you would think like the baby ones, especially like go for crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, the cubs.
They definitely not cheap.
Yeah, I think who was it? You know what? I like monkeys, bro. Oh,
I don't know.
I want to see him.
Bro, you gotta see monkeys, bro.
I'm wearing
that
these
shit's
for game
sick.
2.
Are those the 33s?
This is gonna be my game 2 joints.
Nah, he's not going to the game. He's in Idaho. They don't.
Yeah, no, I ain't going. But
is that the U-Wings?
I'm bugging, bro.
I'm breaking. No, these is just the regular, like, you know what I'm saying, Adidas, but they come in the, you know.
He's gonna go to the virtual game.
But like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be throwing these on. I'm gonna be throwing these on for the game. I'm ready to rock.
Have you guys ever watched the game on VR? On like those headsets, those
those Oculus Rifts, they
I heard it's crazy. I heard they have like
everything
you could
sit
sit
crazy. It's like realistic. That's why.
Yeah, I heard you could sit on MSG and like watch the game and everything.
Yo, that's a good idea. I got my PlayStation VR joint, but I never.
You got a VR?
Bro, if I'm on VR, I'll go and fight Alfred Payton myself. Let me punch this nigga.
You like Alfred though?
Huh? I do.
Like
I do. I do because I apologize to his mom. So like, his mom.
Apologize to his mom.
His mom was on Twitter when we faced the New Orleans Pelicans when we went back. His mom was on Twitter.
Got it right here.
And I ended up in a conversation with her. That's dope. That's fire. That is fire. It looks like the PlayStation one.
Yeah, I got the PlayStation. I just don't got that.
Bro, it's dope.
That's pretty dope. Nah, but I saw his mom in a conversation on Twitter, and like I wrote to her like, "Oh man, we go hard on your son," and then she's like, "Yeah, you guys should treat my son with more love." I felt that, bro. I felt that because it's messed up. Like Alfred is not an uppity guy. Alfred, when he talks, he's not obnoxious. So when somebody's not obnoxious, it's like, and we act obnoxious, it's like, oh man, he doesn't deserve it. You know, if it's like a J.R. Smith type of guy, or that's always partying and things like that, okay, it's understandable. Mm-hmm. But after I spoke to Alfred's mom, I became his ambassador to the fan base. So it's just, I don't like that. It's easy to blame him for everything, but it's like he played 8 minutes. How much blame can you put on the guy, Hadouken?
Yeah, I don't put it. I didn't put the blame on him for this game. Nah. Yeah, some people just put every game on him, but that's just how it is.
And Knicks fans are very cliche sometimes. I love the team. Sometimes I hate the fan base because the fan base could be a little bit too cliche.
Right. Yo, I'm a jet, fellas. I gotta do some stuff, but
What?
I'm a jet. Yo,
You-
salute to y'all,
So
man.
how
Yo,
many humans and animals? Are there more
I'll at y'all.
animals or than humans in your house, bro?
Yeah, it's more humans. It's more animals than humans in his house. You know how it is.
Yo,
Some
he
of us
pulled
love
out.
some of us love the reptilians.
I'm low key
That's-
about to dip too. It's 420. I
Yo,
need to head
Hadouken.
to bed.
Yo, Hadouken, you
Yo,
supposed to
smoke
be
that for
rolling up.
Hadouken, man. It's
Supposed to be-
420. Smoke that
Nice,
for
bro.
420. Hadouken, hey,
I gotta
420.
knock out. I got school in the morning. I gotta
Yo, you
knock
have a
out.
good night, Hadouken. Salute.
Yo, bless up, man.
All right.
Spasiba.
I'm gonna catch you.
Привет, привет.
Vivian. Beautiful. Yo,
Nah,
Nick
but
Gas.
what's
We
going
the
on?
only we the only people left, man.
Bro, I have no gas right now. You making me feel some type of way.
Nah,
And I ain't getting that delivery right now. I forgot to go to Urban Leaf.
yo, it's all good. 100%. You shot me a number. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming through and showing me love, bro. Even though we
No,
don't always see
respect.
eye to eye. You
No,
know what I mean?
at least you saw we came through. Now later on we could talk about like at the end of the show, because a lot of eyes don't want to go to sleep right now.
No.
You know? So now we know, hey, last show, Hadouken pulled up, City for Real pulled up, I pulled up. We saw that you got the bomb.
I'm definitely the last show, and I got the
So-
bomb on them.
So and it's 123, so I understand, bro. If you want to,
No,
call
I'm
it a
good.
night.
I'm
Or
good.
not.
I don't gotta call it a
It's
night.
one.
I'm just
That's what I'm trying to say. It's 123 for us. But look, bro, the assessment of this game is like, I don't know, man. I called it, bro. I'm pissed that I was right.
yo. I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna be real, and I'm not even going like fuck us being live. To be honest, I watch what I watch, and my whole problem is like Alex Burke was doing his fucking thing, right? And they trying to incorporate other people here and there. You know what I mean? Alex Burke had those threes. He hesitated, took those mid ranges, made one or made two, missed one. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself like this last play, and I keep coming back to this shit because I feel like no real play was called. You know what I mean? There was no play called, fam. If you watch that last, do you think a play was called?
No, bro. There was nothing written on the board.
There was
Nothing
no play.
written
There
was
was
on
no.
the board.
There was
Yo,
no
dude,
play called.
Dude, you know what I felt today? I felt like Tom Thibodeau is Mark Jackson.
But Steve Kerr is guilty of this shit too. Where I watch
But let me
NBA.
finish.
I watch
But let me
NBA.
finish. But let me finish. I'm talking about, let's say, Tips was the structure. Tips is remember when they were building the World Trade Center?
Yes.
And the first 3 years took like just to get to the first floor, it took like 4 years out of the whole 10 years.
And this
Why?
you talking about after September 11th or before?
Obviously, bro. I wasn't born in the 70s. I'm talking about the new one, obviously. Come on, man.
So then you understand that half of that shit was just cleaning up the bodies and shit, and then
The bodies, the bodies that
decontamination.
drop. No, the worst thing is the bodies that drop. The bodies that drop, and that was also a black cemetery before they built the first one. So then when they dig, they found more bodies, bro. That's crazy. Now that you brought that up, but
that's why it took so long.
Is,
that's exactly why it took so long.
What I'm trying to say is that most of the times you got to work on the base, and I feel like Tibbs might be the coach that puts us in the playoffs. Puts us in a position to win. But I don't feel like Tibbs is the guy that's going to take us to the championship.
I think to be honest, and this is a part of it too. When you lose assistant coaching, not saying Mark Woodson was
Mike Woodson. Yeah, I said that today.
Not saying that, but for some reason, Mike Woodson was good at offensive. When we had Carmelo in them, he was good on the inbounds plays, right? Just like when we had, I don't know if you go, I don't mean it. Well, yeah, you on here. So I'm not going to ask you that on here. I'm going to ask you that when we off stream. But I remember when we had Stephon Marbury and Keith Van Horn, right? And this is back like 2004 or 5 or some shit. Like
the Vaseline days.
Yes, fam. But we was in the play. See, people always talk about, we was in the play. We was in the playoffs. We traded Keith Van Horn for Tim Thomas, and then we missed the playoffs because Tim Thomas wasn't as IQ ready basketball wise as Tim Thomas, right? So what I mean, or Tim Thomas wasn't as basketball ready as Keith Van Horn. Keith Van Horn was with the Nets for many years, but like about 6. And we got a real veteran player that was ready to win. You know what I mean? We traded him for potential, like we was talking about earlier. That's never been proven because of Isaiah Thomas. And then we see what eventually became of it. But when you watching and me, a dude that was like, I was like 13 or 14. I'm 33 now. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm
like
30.
20. So that was like 20 years ago, fam. I'm watching these dudes. I'm like, damn, these dudes play good together. Then they trade the dudes that have the chemistry for dudes that don't even have chemistry. And then you understand, like, bang. All right. So I was happy, and I'm rambling right now, but it is what it is. I was happy when the Knicks didn't make a decision at the end of the year, right? I was happy when they got Vildoza, but they need to sit. And I respect Alfred Payton as a human being. I respect his mother as a human being. They exist and they matter, right? He worked his ass off to get to the NBA. He probably busted my ass.
But as a fan, he got to get the fuck out of my team, bro.
He got to get off the starting lineup.
He has to.
He could play, but he can't start.
But you blame the CEO.
No, I blame because if I give Dolan anything this year, not
that CEO. Nah, I fuck with my man Dolan all the time. Talk about Tibbs. Tibbs is getting out coached.
Tibbs definitely got out coached today.
He got out coached by Monty Williams when we had the 9-game winning streak. Also, a lot of the time, it's like you said, man. I'm not seeing him writing in the board. I'm not seeing him directing guys. You know, it's more of like spontaneous plays. You know, one guy made a good move. And I think Mike Woodson is the guy that we're missing. Actually, now that you brought it up, but like, if you remember,
we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But no, for sure.
If you remember the game that Mike Woodson came to visit before the season ended.
But let me ask you a question, Gas. Like, he's supposed to still be with the team. He got signed for the season. He signed with the college team for next year. Why he not with the team?
I think it's protocol. I think it's like it's tampering rules.
I've never seen this before in my life. Usually, when a coach is signed for the season with a team, they can do interviews and they can sign with a team.
What team did he sign with? I forgot.
I think it was Indiana.
Oh yeah, was it Indiana? Indiana lost Nate, the guy that from the
right? Indiana, Nate, right? Indiana.
So, but Indiana's not in the playoffs, so
no, not Indiana. No, he signed with Indiana college basketball team.
He did go to college. Never mind. You're right. It makes no sense. But then it's probably that's why tampering rules. I think it's you cannot be in both boards. You cannot be in the NCAA, and you cannot be in the NBA because it could be like tampering. So I think most likely is that like you either one or the other.
But wouldn't that affect until the season is over? Like, it's not like he's recruiting players to come to the Knicks because he's going to be the coach, so he has to recruit and stuff like that. So, like, did we release him from his contract completely?
I mean, at that time, his value was all the way up. So that's probably another thing too.
We've only had him back this year. So, and he signed this contract in the middle of the year, and I'm just
remember we also could have lost KP too because KP was getting some offers, and Kenny Payne, you know, so he was also getting offers. So it's weird because Mike Woodson has that connection with Van Ntilikina. Coming back to 3 games before we ended the season, everybody came and hugged him, and that show you that he might play the good cop and Tibbs is the bad cop.
I'm not gonna lie. The year we had Mike Woodson for 2 years.
We made the playoff with him. Carmelo.
We made the playoff the first year. We won 54 games. The second year we bombed out because niggas got hurt, and then they wanted to play. But They wanted to play Jeremy Lin and shit, and then Carmelo wasn't having that. But I think that probably would have after.
But you gotta understand, it always happens like this. It happened in New York, you know. It happens in politics, you know. Before there was a Giuliani, there was a Mayor Dinkins, you know, and Mayor Dinkins was the one that put the what is it called, the broken window theory, you know, basically saying like if you live in a neighborhood that the window is broken, most likely a crime will come out of that. That's basically the war on poor people. And then when Giuliani came by, everything went through because Major Dinkins already, you know, told us, like, you know, just like Jay-Z, oh, bro, we're gonna bring a Nets stadium, you know, we're gonna put black uniform. I'm the owner, and then the real CEO, the real owner comes in later on. So they don't want to put, man. Going back to the conversation about Kwame, you know, you've been following the Kwame spectacle.
Of course, I have. How you feel about? No. Let me ask you a question real quick before I drop a bomb on these bitch ass niggas. How you feel about? How you feel about Kwame Brown and in a short note, fam? How do you feel about, like? And I kind of want to ask you individually, but I know we ain't got no time for all that. You know what I mean? I kind of want to ask, like, yo, how you feel about DJ Envy? How you feel about Shaw? And that's how I want to ask you.
Yo, but, to quote Pop Smoke, how about I shake the room? You know when Pop Smoke says, I want to shake the room. You remember that part of the song?
I thought the same fucking thing, fam. I watched this man go from a nobody to have, like, and he's an NBA player, but he was an NBA. I'm not gonna say it, but
he was a punchline. He was a punchline.
I didn't think he was a bum neither. I never thought he was a bum. I did think he was a punchline. They don't invest in you, and then they expect you to be the best you can be.
No, bro. And the other thing is, he went from, like, my assessment in the whole Kwame. I'm mama's cooking all throughout right now. Like, you know, mama's cooking. You ever listen to the Star Report? Troy Terrain? I'm actually a caller in the Star Report, so, but
you talking about Star? You talking about Star from
Star for Hot 97? Yeah, he has a show on YouTube.
No, I know. I know.
A lot of the things that Kwame has been talking, you know, same thing that, you know, it's the same type of mentality of Star. So that's amazing because Star was the one that went and interviewed Jessica Reed, you know, and the girl that allegedly got raped by Charlemagne the God, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, I seen that recently.
But what's happening right now is, yo, I saw Charlemagne the God because I listened to Brilliant Idiots. I listened to Joe Budden podcast, right? Charlemagne was taking that victory moment of like stepping on Joe Budden because Joe Budden, you know, lost that Cash App sponsorship, lost Rory and Maul, you know. So you know they've been having that beef.
And Charlemagne, no, and not even that, just they be having beef. Charlemagne is, and I'm gonna say it, he tries to stand on a high horse because he has jokes. You feel me? And he has things where he can play you like the donkey of the day and call you out and shit and make you seem like you're a super idiot. You know what I mean? For maybe an opinion or a bad moment in your life. But you know what I mean? To be honest, like, and he was one of the first people that said that he thought Joe was gonna fuck it up, like he fuck everything else.
He already didn't believe in them, basically.
He was one of the first people that said that shit.
But how does the karma works? While you trying to bring a man while he's down?
Yo, what they say, fam? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
Bro, you automatically look. I'm an activist myself, bro. Like I've been, you know, I'm for the culture. Like I'm not even trying to front anything. I'm front cover of the Wall Street Journal for Eric Garner. I was there for Trayvon Martin. I was there for Sean Bell. I was there. I even hate that I got all this like they're basically like ghosts because I didn't even met all these men. You know, whenever we're value as black men is when we're dead. That's the sad part of it. You know, we have more. George Floyd is making millions while he's dead.
This is why we make
but let me finish. Let me finish. Like when we blame NYPD for putting out Oh, like basically instead of putting the guy's picture in college, they put what? The
Nigga
you know,
picture
like
on
the
nigga
mugshot.
picture in jail. Don't be this guy.
The
Oh, he's right.
mugshot.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
from Weaver.
so they portray us in a way that you're blaming the victim. You know, he got killed. How you gonna blame the victim? So when he did that to Kwame, when he said, "Yo, your father is this, your cousin is this, your brother is this," you're doing the same thing. You understand? You're doing the same thing.
Yo, you know what? To be honest, I just see the response from Kwame. I don't listen to everything Charlemagne the God says because, to be honest, all his
He's boule, bro. He's boule.
nah,
Just keep it real. Just boule.
yeah. All
And
those
that's what another thing is
all the butt jokes to me is kind of like effeminate.
subliminal.
Yeah, all the effeminate butt jokes and shit, and all the sex playing with envy. I don't really like stuff like that. So, like, I listen to people if
And
it
it's not a
relates
New
to.
York. It's not original to New York. That's what I don't like the most.
I just
Like he
don't
comes
like.
from the South.
He's
and
not from New York.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no.
trying to say. He's put in a
okay.
position. The same goes for the other one in the other.
He
network.
don't speak for New Yorkers. I hope people fucking know
but he
that.
does as long as he has the mic.
He speaks for the radio station. He don't speak for New Yorkers.
But that sucks though. You know, we have in the other one, Hot 97, we have Ebro. Ebro's from San Diego. What does Ebro knows about a kid in the Bronx?
I ain't gonna lie. Ebro is another one that he's been put in a position and he smells himself a little too much. And this is why the young boys don't like him because sometimes you need to tell, like, I get it, like, motherfuckers, I might not relate to everybody, but I still want to hear your perspective and how you come in and step back.
You know, but my point is, like, with a lot of these guys were fighting each other, and what they didn't realize is that while Charlemagne is fighting Joe Budden, you know, yeah, Joe Budden's show is kind of like right now it's a wounded animal. Now Charlemagne is fucked. We lost both ways. You know, who's really in control told them Negroes, yo, bro, you think you hold the plug? You understand? Because like Matt Barnes is correlated with Charlemagne because he got the Black Effect Network. So Charlemagne, you know, he's a 51-50 partner on like with iHeart.
Bro, let me ask you a question live on stream. How the fuck do I make you a mod? Because you're very inclined and very educated on certain things, and I need a nigga like you in my mods.
No, but I gotta leave the stream to be able to go on your.
I'm not talking about that right. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about in the future when our chat is popping.
No.
I'm talking about how do I make you a mod?
Well, we gotta ask the same YouTube. But I mean, bro, it's some weird shit going on right now, bro.
I know, bro.
Going on. Some weird shit going on.
For Kwame to come out of nowhere for particular comments when mad people been making comments about him, I kind of feel like he was in a certain space in his life where, you know, he just wanted to really represent himself and stop letting other people represent him. You know what I mean? Especially when we in a pandemic. You feel me? You don't really know how people moving. There's all type of conspiracy theories really going around, and motherfuckers don't really know who to trust. We already know we can't trust the government. Then
also the time too, because you know what was the difference between back in early 2000s is that there was probably 3-4 mics that we had access to. We had BET.
Let me finish.
You know.
Let me finish. What you mean? And I'm not telling you what you mean, but what you're saying is shit was regional. Not everybody had access to everybody else, right? So New York niggas didn't have access to West Coast niggas or down south niggas unless niggas sent a DVD.
You could bring it back to Emmett Till, you know.
Facts.
The only way Emmett Till's mom needed to let everybody know that her son got killed in Alabama or Mississippi. You know, she went to Chicago and she put it on the front cover
of a newspaper.
So I mean,
knowing everybody would read it though. Nowadays, everybody wouldn't read that newspaper, bro. You got to put that shit on a headline stream.
Facts. The communication right now is something that a lot of us don't know how to use, but I think any idea you bring out there sparks something. You know, for example, myself, like I don't know. Let me just show you something. Like, give me 1 second.
Nah, take your time, bro. I think this is why I started putting myself in these chats because I
A lot of
realized.
people think I want clout. I'm like, bro, I don't want clout.
Nah. It's not about clout, bro. It's about knowing that
My
you
bad,
have
my
a
bad. Hold on. Give
strong.
me 1 second.
Now,
I
fuck
took my
that.
headphones off.
Yeah, no, you good. It's not about knowing.
No.
It's not about no clout, bro. I never.
Bro,
listened to nobody
no. But
clout.
it's just like, for example, look, like this is me in the front cover of the Wall Street Journal. This is me with short hair. I don't know about. I might look different, but this is Wall Street Journal. You know, Eric Gardner. I've been an activist since early 2009. Like I was 17, so like I've been so into politics, but I learned something about politics. You know, you speak to power, you gotta be careful sometimes.
So let me ask you a question, and I got a real question for you because I'm a nigga that's into politics, and we taking it there. So being so invested so young, what did you learn as you matured and realized? And I'm not gonna speak for you. What did you realize as you matured, being so deeply invested in politics?
Most things I learned is that, for example, the police officer is the secretary to the judicial system, meaning that for the lawyer to have a case, they need to use the same paperwork from the cop, right? For the prosecutor to have a case, they need to follow whatever the cop wrote, right? So the secretary could just be the secretary, meaning like the way they depend on the cops. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, a prosecutor is never going to put a cop on the stand because then how the same cops got to go and be the witness for the case. So it's throwing the whole department against you. Another thing is, I wanted to be a lawyer at first. You know, I went to BMCC. You know, I went to school with Cardi B and like you know. So I got an associate's criminal.
My cousin went to BMCC. Continue.
Shout out, that's my alumni. But you know, associate's degree in criminal justice, and I also went to John Jay, criminal justice also, forensics. And let's say I want to be that, right? I could have been a cop after the 2 year. I didn't even have to finish the 2 year, you know? So, but then you're telling me, for me to dictate the law, for me to read the law, I got to do 12 years, right? For me to just own a gun and kill somebody, I only got to go get 60 credits. 60 credits, right? So most of it is physical. You know, you got to get ready, you got to bench, you got to jump over that thing, but most of it is physical. They don't learn the laws. Because they were not like the lawyer, because the lawyer had to do 2 years. Like I said, I did 2 years. I did 2 more years. That's a bachelor's. You got to do 2 more years of law. Then you got to pass the bars exam. That's 12 years of your life just to read the law. Now, you
would have been in a doctorate degree on top of being in a fucking lawyer.
But my message to like the youth, the people who are younger than us, because we know what
we're talking about.
We're 30, you know?
Exactly.
You know, we already lived my first 10 decades basically alone with our moms and shit like that.
Three decades, nigga, deep.
Yeah. You're in very, very scary time because 33 is very dangerous. So take care of yourself. But what I was trying to say is that it's up to you to allow the cop to, like, if you get stopped, for example, it's up to you to allow this man to be a cop. But that same man could also be a judge, right? And that same man could also be a prosecutor. And that same man could be an executor, meaning that same man could kill you.
You mean an executioner?
Executioner, actually.
Yeah, I got you, fam. I got you, fam.
So a lot of people don't acknowledge that.
Yes.
They work for the government. They work for the system. At the end of the day, Uncle Sam looks at you like this. Hey, yo, Smoking Nick, how much you making for me? Because that's what Uncle Sam wants. He wants his little cut. That's what capitalism is. What are you making for me later, right now? You know why they making samples out of drug dealers? Because drug dealers think they're smarter than the system.
Exactly.
Oh, hold on. You think you're gonna come to my house and not gonna give me my cut? And on top of that, you getting a 600,000%?
You just said it right there. You think you're gonna come to my house and not give me my cut?
My cut,
And you not even, it's not even about the money. It's about the government not getting a cut.
bro.
When you really think about they drug,
Al Capone killed more than 200 men. Did he go to prison for that?
he went to
Nah.
prison for
When he
tax
went to
fraud.
Florida and he didn't want to pay taxes, come in here, boy. He died in Sing
Because
Sing.
they knew back then nobody would tell on him for murders because even though he was murdering people, he was taking care of more people than he
Which
murdered.
means morally, the government doesn't care that you die. The government doesn't care that you kill. Actually, if you think about it, when you kill, you get rewarded with free labor, with free housing, free labor, free everything, bro. That's if you want to keep it real. The real killers die old, bro. But again,
No,
coming back,
you can't talk about this backwards system called life, fam. This is what you get. When we talk about things like this, then you get into like, and what I'm gonna say is like a third eye lifestyle and real forwards and backwards shit because
militant in a sense.
and yeah, not just militant. What I'm saying is what people may think is forwards is really backwards, right? Like you just said, you get more attention for doing negative shit than you would for doing positive shit. That's
Facts.
backward. That's backwards moving forwards, not forwards moving backwards. You feel me? Because if you do positive shit and you don't get attention, that's forwards moving backwards, right? You see, it's just me and you. We have no viewers, but we talking about positive shit through Knicks, because bang, we see each other energy just coming through other people's streams and boom, 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 building a community and doing what we doing, right? And now we talking about some real shit. You know what I mean? We will get less views talking about some real shit if we was still hating on each other and just feeding off.
But you know what happens also?
Right,
You know also what happens also, bro? For example, like I told you, the last 4 years, I've done a little activism here, but like, bro, I see somebody get killed, I turn off the TV. Before I used to be like, yo, why they did that to my man Eric Garner? I don't know him. Fuck that. We're gonna shut the city down. We're gonna shut City Hall. We're gonna shut the West Side Highway. We're gonna shut Wall Street. We're gonna let them know that we mad because they killed somebody that looked like my father. Now, go back to MLK. How he died. Broke and he got killed. Malcolm X. How he died. Broke and he got killed. Marcus Garvey, how he died, broke and he got deported to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Do I continue this for who, bro? For who? I ain't continuing that. That's why I switched to comedy. Because let's say I learned English through comedy. You know, I used to watch BET Uncut, Comic View, etc. You know, and so we as immigrants, mostly as Latino immigrants, like Black immigrants, we look at Black people as like the superheroes of Black people. You know, I mean this because let's say I'm in San Diego right now. Every once in a while, when I'm like, buenas tardes, mucho gusto, the Mexicans be like, what the fuck just happened? And mind you, I took my dress off. So when I was Jamaican for the whole last year, I was Jamaican. Who's this Jamaican guy? And then here comes this Jamaican guy talking better Spanish than me.
You don't even sound Jamaican, bro. You sound Spanish.
But you know how because of my hair, I used to have the dreadlocks. But you know how like Latinos, but that just shows you that like Latin America doesn't show Black people as much. You know, like let's say if Black people,
it's because you're a darker Spaniard. They don't acknowledge you for being who
I'm not
you
a
are.
Spaniard. I'm not. Don't call me Spanish.
I'm sorry that I did that, but you know,
I'm just fucking with you.
I know what you're doing, but I'm just saying, like, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
But what I'm trying to
say is that you are Latin American, period, dog. Like, no matter if
I'm American, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you Latin American, period.
Yeah,
but I can hear this. I can hear the Latin in you.
But I love the American part too. That's what I like. Like, for example, I always hated, for example, the word African American. I'll give you this, for example. You know why? When Trump was born, out of a German mother from Europe. As soon as he was born, they said he's an American citizen. He's an American kid, right? We never use, or they might say he's German American. He's Irish American.
You gotta understand, fam. Like, look.
But with black people, they tell them they're from two continents, bro.
It's yo. And I get this, and I get anybody saying this, and I agree with you. One, let's start with I agree with you, right? But we gotta what black people need to start understanding is this is not our world, right? We live in a white world, right? Meaning that they're in control and they're in charge. Instead of worrying about what the fuck we don't have no control over, not saying let them do whatever we want them to do to us. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we let them create stereotypes for us, and instead of sticking to our old school stereotypes, we fed into those stereotypes. Know what I mean? You just told me about how you learned language through comedy and stuff. Like, they don't understand how our brain works. They think they understand how our brain works, and then they set up little archetypes for how we supposed to think, and then we fall into those archetypes and then wonder why we don't get shit out of life, because we don't see life how we supposed to see it for ourselves. Like you said, think for yourself. We see life how other people see it for us, right? This is why motherfuckers got to cut their dreads. And I don't mean you in particular, but I mean, just like for me, right? When I first moved out here in 2007 and I couldn't get a job, I was 17. Motherfuckers wouldn't fuck with me. And I was ignorant. My mom was just passed away. And nobody was really fucking with me like that because I really didn't listen to nobody because I didn't give a fuck what nobody said, right? But I understood that I'm going to be unapologetically me, regardless if I live or die, because just like you, my nigga Gas, LO only get one life, right? And I'm speaking about us in the third person because we only get one of them.
It's only the only 2 days that matter is the B and the D, and the
birth and the death, my nigga.
But the C is what you make out of it.
No, but think about this: from the moment you born, you were sentenced to death. So
that's what I just said. The B and the D. You know, you're born and you're dead. But and
I understand it. And what I'm saying is the in between. Worrying about what people is going to think about me and what they not. No, right? I will respectfully come to and I'm just throwing an example like that, right? I will respectfully come to somebody's platform because they're giving me some shine to where me and you could become homies and learn and talk about certain things, right?
Networking.
So I would come to a person's platform and show them the respect they asked me to give them, because it's respectable as a man. If you call yourself a man and you're respectable and you want a person to do that shit for you, you would do the same thing.
But I don't like that I don't like that they like to switch I am who I am, and I just don't like always switching for somebody else.
I think the don't curse and shit is a bit much. I don't think the not smoking and drinking shit is not a bit much. I think the don't curse and shit is a bit much. I think that's a bit much. But because I watch a lot of YouTubers that's big making bread, not cursing. You just can't say certain words like the R word, like the fucking J word, you know, H word, you know, like there's a lot of words you can't say, but it's a lot of things you can say. Fuck, you can say bitch,
you can say the N word, you can say the N word,
you can say nigga like
1,000 times.
Like, just don't say hey wish people. Don't say Holocaust.
You gonna name them all? Hitler. Jesus Christ.
The fiddler.
Yo, I said hell today, and I was like, hold on. But you know how you be like, yo, what the hell? No, I said
male.
Hell yeah. I said hell yeah.
Don't say male fair. Nah, you gotta switch it up. Like, yo,
bro, I was trying to see like what did I curse? And I'm like, oh hell yeah. Oh man.
I remember the first, and this is how Ron checked me the first time because I was like, he was like, yo, what's a good name for Nerlens No Way? He had 5 blocks in the game. And I was like, Nerlens Noel, Nerlens Noel, Nerlens No Way in hell. Like, right? That's what I thought of. I was like,
yeah, you thought you got it.
Yo, son, I was like, yo.
He gave me a third. He's like, that's a second strike. I'm like, where is it?
Yo,
Where?
fam,
Hell?
I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
hell?
fam, I got the hottest shit you heard all night.
That's the weakest word. Like,
He's like, I'm like, yo, and I super chatted it. Send a little $2. You know how I be doing when I come to the chat, $2 just to get my face seen. Boom, 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 boom. $2.
That's the train fare. MTA. He gave him a little swipe. $2.50 a case. Because that was the last time I paid. I never paid $3. I paid $2 before.
Yo, Ron, I don't got. Yo, Ron, 100. If you see this, man, I don't got 150 and 20. No. But I'll break you off $2.
Yo, G-Man be buying this motherfuckers. You notice that, bro? Whenever we win games, G-Man be throwing a whole $100 just pop.
Bro, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But I can't even get super chat. I can't even get a super chat until I get 1,000 fans. I only got 40. So, but for real, but
that's funny.
That is funny. But to be honest, fam, my whole thing was like, fuck. I thought I had the hottest take that night. And then he was like, yo, this a family show. And then that first night, he called me because I was lit, right?
You ready to go, ready
to go, right? And then and I get into some modes where I ramble and I'll just be going and going and going. And then boom, 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 I was cut. I'm like, damn, this nigga ain't fucking with me. Boom, boom, boom. But I came back the next day and he was like, yo. And then I'm a man about my shit. So I was like, yo, son, to be honest, I apologize. I went a little too hard. I mean, I was like 6 beers deep. Heavy. I mean, let me chill.
I wish I would have drank a Corona today, man. I wish I would have got some beer today.
And I be drinking that. I'm from the hood. I'm from Brownsville. So I be drinking them fucking heavy shits. You know what I mean?
What part of Brownsville? Because
I'm not going to say all that.
Brownsville confuses me. No, but hold on. Like, I grew up in First Clarkson. Oh, not East New York. That's because where is Bobby Shmurda from? Remember,
he's from Flatbush, East. No.
But that's not Flatbush. Because I grew up in First Clarkson, but I remember when I first moved out, I moved to the 90s. What is called when it's in the 90s?
No, it depends. It depends what 90s. It depends when you go the 90s.
All right, you go Winthrop all the way to the back 90s. So that's where he used to live. I remember growing up and seeing this kid.
That's Bed-Stuy 90s.
That's not Bed-Stuy because that's a little bit further.
I think that's like the border. Flatbush, don't it?
I think that's like the border of like, oh man.
Yo, it's
not Flatbush.
I don't think that's Flatbush, bro. Because
I think
because my man lived in the 90s.
I think it's East New York. I think you're right. It's East New York.
I think that might be because my man lived in the 90s in Southern Rutland, but that was Brownsville still.
Yo, that kid had a rough life, man. It's funny to like now as much as like I grow, like bro, we were part of a lot of statistics and we survive a lot of statistics, you know?
Who you telling, nigga?
A lot of fucking statistics. I'm talking about a lot, bro.
You ain't telling nobody. Yeah, I told my man right now, and he'll tell you, nigga, we made it.
But it's sad though, bro, because the Colombians, my family, they play soccer a lot with the Mexicans, with the Panamanians, you know. I actually know Pop Smoke, you know. I met his mom. His mom was a teacher in Clarkson. Like his mom is a known teacher. So like, let's say Pop Smoke is everybody's teacher. And everybody knows Pop Smoke because, that's Miss Murray's son, da-da-da-da-da. Obviously, he went on to do whatever he wanted in his life and whatever. But it's sad, though. It's sad I'm
murdered by a child for stupid shit that was running around murder.
Bro, and the worst thing is...
They breeding these type niggas, bro. And you got to watch your energy because they breed in these type niggas nowadays, bro. I'm just telling you.
Murdered by a child, like you said.
Yo, they
But
breeding these type of dudes nowadays, right? And then they doing it young, from 12 years old to 15 years old. You got to watch some of these kids because they will kill you if you're not fucking on your toes. Straight up.
yeah, man, it's
I
just
just
bad
had to
energy, bro.
I
It's
just had to
crazy.
say it because
No,
nobody
no, you keeping it on 100, bro.
they
But
OGs is not the OGs. These OGs is going to jail and they come back and then they fucking and I hate to get on this
yo,
type
bro,
of shit, but
can
it's
I
the
just keep it
truth.
real? Like for me, gangs are nothing but non-profits.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
They worse than nonprofits.
The thing that I thought used to be my biggest, like let's say I came here with a visa when I was 5, right? And
Okay.
my shit is my information is everywhere.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about that.
But
Continue.
but what I'm trying to say is like I came here as a young kid at 5 with a visa. I came, and I came off like across the border and shit. I came in, I'm privileged. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm a privileged kid to be born in Colombia, in one of those poorest parts of Colombia. Like if you look at like City of God, the movie.
I've seen it.
Okay, I grew up in a town like that. Like look up Buenaventura, Colombia. That's where most of the drugs.
Where the like 10 little kids running around really pressing the whole neighborhood, fucking ready to kill, bang, and really with the shit.
So what I'm trying to say is I came from very a poor country, but at the same time, I get brought here at 5. So let's say I'm more privileged than the average Colombian kid.
Correct.
Now
you didn't really have to. You remember what it's like, but you don't really remember what it's like.
Yeah, and I seen bigger poverty, obviously. So it's funny because like growing up, I never joined a gang. Growing up in the Bronx, I remember one time like,
and you're from the Bronx.
I grew up in the first Bronx Boulevard, up all the way up by the 2 train by like fucking Gun Hill. So, but think about this. I never joined a gang due to the fact that like there was not a lot of Colombians in the Bronx. So like, what I look like joining a Dominican gang? Because the Dominicans wanted me to, how like Halloween is initiation day in New York. So on Halloween, niggas get jumped, niggas get $50. Niggas get $50. It's not the same.
Yeah,
facts. So I remember once my boys, they were like I think DDP, some type of like Dominican gang, and we just came from a baseball game and we got jumped. It was 3 against like 6 niggas, and we got jumped. And then when we get back to the school, like, yo, Colombia fought for us. Like, yo, Colombia, why you didn't tell them you was not Colombian? Because the Bloods were jumping the Dominican guys. And obviously I'm there. I'm with my man. I can't even say like, oh, I'm not Dominican. So I took the burner. But it was just like, I was like, I never joined a gang due to the fact that like the fear that like, let's say an American kid gets the privilege, or my friends get the privilege to join a gang, get in trouble, they come in and out of jail. I was an immigrant back then. I'm thinking I might get deported. I might get this. I might do this. So I never joined a gang, bro. So, but then
you smart for that though.
But then that if I don't know if it's phobia, I don't know if it's reality.
No, it's called you've been blessed, fam. With facts. I'm gonna say it because to be honest with you, I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not gonna state the things that I've been through because what I mean, some of the things, if I say those things, it might not hurt your feelings specifically, but if specific people see those things, it's gonna hurt their feelings. Right. So I stay away from those type of things because it's just got you. For sure. But I will say that just like your boy been through certain things to where like you like fuck. I mean, and I'm an immigrant just like you, but my mom's before I turned 18 got her citizenship, which made me and my brothers and sisters.
Nah, bro. Like you see, I had to get it straight out the gutter, but at the same time, it was it was great, and I wouldn't choose a different way because I feel like sometimes those people that don't see. How do I explain that? It's like I'm in the same way because I don't want to give out too much of me. But fuck it, bro.
You shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
No, bro, it's already out there. But like, I'm just trying to keep it real. My mom been deported, my pop's been deported, and we Colombians. So you can make the assumption of why the fuck I'm trying to say, right? So I never joined gangs. I never.
No.
I was worked.
You
since I
worked
was,
hard to get your papers.
I was worked from
Period.
13. From 13, yeah, bro. Oh, yo, you want to bring this back from
No.
Houston to New York?
No.
We're gonna
No.
give you 5 bands.
No.
I know. Oh yeah, but you're not telling me that I could do 23 years. You're not
Yeah.
telling me that there's gonna be
Yeah.
there's gonna be a dog on Greyhound. You're not telling them that, because the people that want you to do that don't love you.
They don't tell you that.
They don't love you.
They don't tell you the truth.
So, but it's a harsh reality, though, because again, you undocumented. Oh, what's going on? Hey guys, that truth. Satan is in the building. Oh man, Satan ministry. What's going on here, bro?
He said the smoking neck best to
Yo,
stay away from gangs. Join the stream and let's talk about that. Truth for Satan ministry.
Pull up.
Nah,
Bring your.
we out.
We
grew up the way we grew up, and that's just the way it is.
But bro, it's interesting.
We grown men now, though.
We both as immigrants, like I think that a lot of times immigrants, mostly black immigrants, don't get the fair treatment. Why do we find out Pop Smoke is Panamanian when he died? Why couldn't we emphasize that he was Panamanian when he was alive?
Because
they only like us when we're like after the fact. You understand?
To be honest, let me tell you something. American black culture is very domineering, fam. Right? If you don't say, and we shouldn't even be talking about this shit, to be honest.
we are, but you know why? But you know what? Some people need to listen to this because again, we got a different perspective, and sometimes we get to come out and see out of being black sometimes as immigrants. Don't you feel like?
Let me finish. Let me tell you about because and let me say this to my man, Truth for Satan Ministries. Like, subscribe, share to all the homies, and I appreciate you finding my stream and join the panel because we talking tough tonight. Even though it's a Knick stream, I'm with my man Knick Gas, and we talking heavy real life. You know what I mean? Relations.
His name is a little triggery.
It is triggery, but you gotta let it go.
It's like, yo, why Satan pull up at 2 a.m.?
The perfect time, right?
Like, goddamn, 2:09. Satan is in the building. Yo, put a bomb on that. Throw a bomb on that nigga right now, bro. That nigga loves that fire, though.
Throw a bomb for my man.
Make him feel at home. He said fire, man. Make him feel at home. It looks like his hallway. All right, man. Make sure you follow. But bro,
let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
Before you go crazy, right? But what I meant by what I was saying is us as West Indian Americans, when I was going to school where I was going to school at, right? The gangs and like, to be honest, like my brothers, and I could be broad about what I talk about because some people know me and some people don't. But I don't. Really
doesn't have to be your brother. It could be your neighbor.
But my brothers was in another country, right? And I grew up and I had certain things that happened to me or whatever the case may be. But bang, right? When my brothers came, they really was detached from me because they really didn't, you know what I mean? And we got separate parents. So, right, we might have the same mother, but we got separate fathers. So they didn't at that time when we was young and immature love me and respect me as much as they might now, right? Bong, we'll say that.
Came out of left field. Like, who is this man?
So
he knows better math than me. Who the hell do you think he is? Because y'all West Indian becoming mad smart. When I remember going to school in the Bronx, like the ugliest people would be the smartest. And then we used to have this girl.
The ugliest people be the smartest.
No, I don't mean ugly.
Smash the like button for that, nigga. That's the
I don't mean ugly. I meant to say
right.
When you're an immigrant, they could tell because you wearing like those, bro. Immigrant kids, they will wear like the
uniforms,
the Shaquille O'Neal
uniforms,
the uniform,
the
look all dorky. Yeah. And they will feel mad happy. But you know, American kids is like, oh my nigga, you a bum. Like, you know, that's the reality of like, oh, this nigga a bum, bro. Look at this nigga though. Who's man's? Why this nigga dreadlocks? Like, why this nigga is like that? Like this nigga take like on some fact, like on some bullying, it's on hard body, bro. Like, bro, I didn't know how to say the number 6 until I was like, in like 10th grade.
And I think, and us as growing up, I don't know if you had your dad around. I did not have my dad around, right? If you don't have a man in your household teaching you that shit is only peer pressure and it's not that important, that shit gets to you. You know what I mean? You think it's if you like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even gonna say, but a lot of my OGs is not where I thought they would be at this particular time, right? But they taught me some of the greatest lessons in my life, right? They taught me that I'm not gonna be where they are right now, right? That's 100%. I mean, whether they like what I gotta say, whether they don't like what I gotta say, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be where they are right now. I'm gonna be far past that. I mean, because I'm not just gonna settle for less. I'm not giving up on life because a nigga got one life, and a nigga's gonna live that. Networking and putting myself out there and doing what I gotta do, whether it's in the wrong way or the right way, or I don't give a fuck how people perceive it. I'm just gonna do it. Because that's what you're supposed to do with your life. You know what I mean? Fuck how people perceive it. You know what I mean? Like, because we all go through hard ass times, son. And we've all been fucking quote unquote molested by the world, my dude. Right? The world
mostly us as black men. Mostly us as black men.
You know what I mean? The world fucks everybody, dog. Like,
that's going back to, remember when I said we just turned 30, so we just had our first decade, you know, from 1 to 18, we under somebody's roof, we under somebody's rules, and we still don't know the world. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of times us as mostly like children or like Latinos and blacks, some of us age a little bit too fast.
Yeah, let me say this.
Like in Spanish, it's called like uno tiene que vivir sus etapas.
The things we worrying as and I'm glad I'm having this conversation with you. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too.
The things we worrying about as a culture is so fucking juvenile. It's sickening, right? That we in 2021 and we finally worrying about stocks and bonds and trading and buying houses and really fucking being an adult, when from the moment our, and I'm not even gonna say what they look like, I would just say our opposite halves have been, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying be like anybody else. I'm just saying what is productive and what is not productive, right? What works and what doesn't work, right? What causes longevity and what doesn't cause longevity, right? I'm still, and fuck that. I'm not hood anymore, fam. I'm the squarest cat you will ever know. I just still have my hood energy, fam. I'm not into none of that BS no more, man. None of it.
That's good, bro. That's good. You should be proud of yourself, bro. You should be proud of yourself, actually. Like that's something that, like, and like, bro, now that I'm over here,
it's so disgusting to me that I was even into it. And
bro,
I'm only 33, fam.
Now watch this. Now watch this. Coming to the West Coast, I've seen so much when it comes to like grown ass man, dude. Grown ass man. Like, I remember that day I was getting something out of my car. I think I was wearing this shirt, like a Colombian jersey. This is like the Colombian jersey and shit. Like right here, I got the Colombian logo.
Like a soccer shirt, exactly.
Like a soccer shirt, right? Same thing happens to Knick. All right, so peep this. Let me finish though. So I'm in my car. So I hear so whoop. So I was like, oh shit. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, I haven't heard that in a while. I remember one time I got suspended. I had a fight with this kid named Trayvon. I used to go to school in Bronx School for Law, Government, and Justice. When we used to get suspended, we used to go to a school with tie and everything, because, you know, I told you I wanted to be a lawyer from the beginning. So we used to go in uniform. When you get suspended, they'll send you to TAF. You ever heard of TAF? They used to call it Training Animals for Tomorrow. That's what TAF high school was in the Bronx. That's how bad it was, bro. They used to have one school in the 4th floor, another school in the 3rd floor, another school in the 3rd. Yo, we got suspended to this school. And when we got suspended to the school, me and Trayvon became best friends. Because the niggas that, oh, yo, what you here for, my nigga? Oh, y'all were fighting? Fuck it. Let's go round 2 right now. Both of y'all niggas fight. And we like, nah, we good. Like, we try to go back to school because our school was like, you know, we noticed like, yo, this is another world. But in that school, I saw like niggas with flags and shit like that I didn't see in my school because we used to wear uniforms. And when you wear a uniform, you avoid all of that. Like the only thing is like who got the best shoes, who got the best tie. But we're not talking about that because we all look the same. So, but coming back to here, so the second time I hear it, I'm like, damn, they really calling somebody. So now I turn around to see who's calling. You know, third Suwu, I'm like, oh, that nigga's calling me. So, but hey, I'm also from the Bronx, so I'm like, don't say anything, don't do anything. Let's just ignore it like nothing happened. But it was sad though, right? Because I saw like an almost 50-year-old man, bro, 50-year-old man, and his call was a call for. I don't know if he might have been a Crip, you know, probably trying to do a setup. He could have been a blood that probably wanted some friendship. You understand? Because again, a lot of those people give all of their lives to this thing, and it's like, do you have a dental insurance? Do they have life insurance? Do they have anything that you could give for yourself?
Let me ask you, when you moved to California?
Well, I moved back in August. I was living in Florida, and during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? Because I don't know, like I moved from New York, and I got into a car accident while I was doing activism and shit like that. So that really brought a lot of paranoia on myself, like in the sense of like, I don't want to be in the newspaper no more, you know, because you're talking to power and you don't know if maybe I got hit by a car because it was a random car, or maybe it was like, you better shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You know?
So I took that as two things. You don't know if it was your mouth. Okay.
Yeah, but when I moved from New York to Florida, and I saw how Florida was getting, like Florida, $7 an hour. You know, like there's no other place you could live out of New York that is California, because like, you understand, like you up here with the laws, and you go to Texas, Florida, like they're killing us and getting away with it in those states. Florida is wild, bro. So and you know, I ended up. So
my boy wanted to move there, and he said Tampa, and I'm like, fuck,
nah, bro.
Like, I'm like, and I told him like, yo, I told him to move to Cali, bro. Come to Cali. I hold you down a couple months. But
then I decided San Diego because I feel like my comedy, like I think my audience is still like you might understand a lot of my jokes because you're an immigrant, right?
So I think not just being an immigrant, bro. Like we from New York, and we just got that tough, rough skin energy of
but what I'm trying to say is that
feeling us immediately. We had to earn people feeling us. So that's what you mean by immigrant. Yes, I do. 100%.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like the audience, like in New York, it could be a little bit competitive too, you know, because I'm seeing it as a hometown kid, and then some people travel from Ohio, you know, the best of one state. They go to New York. So maybe me being in the city, it could be a little bit of a distraction. Also, my audience right now is currently like Latinos. Like, you know, Mexican audience love me, bro. When I start talking about being an immigrant, things like that, they correlate more. That's why I decided, you know what? Hollywood is right here. You know, like New York has Hollywood, but here you have the Latino community.
Yo, you know? I'll tell you this, bro. New York motherfuckers is haters. They don't want to see you win, fam. Like they say they do, and I'm not saying about. And I'm not saying the community. We're in the community that we actually, and it in this point in time, people are actually helping each other out and putting each other on and shit. That is very true. We are, you know what I mean? But there are a lot of people that would not like to see motherfuckers win and silence you before you even get started, fam. You know what I mean?
Facts, facts. Also, like I think it's the mechanism of how New York is built. Like you have 8.9 million people in one city. You know, a lot of times we think, oh, well, they made the train system so we could communicate so we could commute better. No, the train system was built by the factories that had workers in Brooklyn, and the workers were not getting fast enough to
and
to
they don't
Manhattan.
tell you New York City, 70% of that motherfucker is projects. That's
Projects,
what they don't tell you.
That's what another thing too, bro. Like
They don't tell you.
everybody in New York, not just New York. Don't just count New York. New York, Chicago, what's it called? Detroit. A lot of those states in the north were not prepared for the influx of migrants, meaning black people from the south going to the north. So when you have projects, no, my man, you didn't get 40 acres in a mule. They gave you air.
You hear all these old school people all the time in the 40s and 50s. It was so good. It was so this and that. It wasn't this. It was like,
oh no, they always say black Wall Street, Black Wall Street, Black Wall Street.
True for Satan, we're not hating on none of your ancestors if you happen to be one of those colors.
We are not.
We're saying is
much respect to FBA, much respect to
what we're saying
is
when the migration happened and people started moving out, we didn't funnel ourselves to those directions. We tried to get the same opportunities everybody else was getting, and we got funneled into a specific direction, right? So just imagine how things would be different if we would have been funneled and be able to live our lives the way we tried to live our lives and not had to be just congruent with each other, right? Not saying that we shouldn't be congruent with each other, right? But we're not a monolith, meaning we don't all think the same, meaning we all don't move the same, meaning if some of us, meaning 250,000 over 250,000,000 of us wanted to live in a specific type of area, it shouldn't have been just 10% when it should have been that quarter of our, you know what I mean, society.
Facts.
Then it would be way more affluent of us than there is. Now there's fake affluent of us, right? You got a lot of people that grew up on shit that don't know nothing, right? They getting all these lifestyle, right? And this is the shit that pissed me off, right? These motherfuckers grew up super good, but they dumb as fuck. And
ignorant.
I didn't have shit my whole fucking life, but I know shit. Didn't even graduate half the shit I even entered. And I know more than these half and fucking retards.
And that's shit that they can never take away from you. You can lose money, you can lose your house, but whatever you put right here, you know, it's always valuable. But people don't really realize that, bro. Like some people don't even know their phone numbers. I'll tell you that. like, bro, you're like, hold on, let me see my phone. Nigga. Like, I don't know me. So like, bro, it's like we got this smartphones, but we becoming dumber for sure.
But as you, like me, we 30, right? So you was born in 90. I was born in 87, fam. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I tell my partner, he was born in 91. I'm like, yo, and I stretched it out for him. But there's a lot of fucking retarded people running around now, fam, and it's so annoying. It makes me whine like I'm a beta male when I'm not, because they're just so annoying. I'll tell you
the truth. This world is so fucked that like, because I'm having this argument with moms, because mom's been trying to push me to have a kid since I was like 22. You know, Latino mothers. When are you gonna have a kid? 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 So my thing is, I gotta figure this world out. I gotta figure this world out before I bring another person to this world.
I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna say I agree with your mother or I don't agree with your mother. I will say this. You 30. I had my first kid when I was 27, and I'm not gonna stretch it. You want to have your kids sooner than later, because as a man, your value may be growing, but your testosterone is going down. so you might not have
Not as much as a woman though. Not as much as a woman though.
Well, women don't have women don't have testosterone. Women don't have testosterone unless they super masculine. And
no, I meant to say like I feel like women have a time on the amount of eggs that they can produce.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that type of value. I'm talking about your testosterone value, right? The energy that you will have.
Oh man, I ain't worried about that because
just to take care of your, to be involved with your kids, not be involved in your purpose, because a man is always going to be on his purpose.
No, facts. I also want to correlate with my kids, so I understand that point. Like I don't want to be 40 what I mean. And then have like a 10-year-old because that's going to be a headache. I'm sure about that. The thing is, I think women have more of a pressure because, like, at 35, at 32, they're not creating as much eggs. Yeah. My father's 60 having kids right now, bro.
No, that wasn't 1-year-olds. No, I'm not saying you
now,
can't.
Now, mind you, who's gonna take care of those kids?
The women have
to. If pops doesn't make it, most likely me, bro, because I'm the older son.
Nah, but the women have to first because they birthed them, right? So,
Thanks.
And that's what I mean. Like when as a man, like when I was 27, bro, I had energy. I was looking for everything with a situation. Bang. Now I'm 33, only 6 years later. I'm not even fucking thinking the way I used to be thinking. Fucking, you know what I mean? And 6 years sound like a long time ago, but it's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's like, and the way I'm moving now is like, fuck. I wish I was moving like this when I was in my early 20s because I could be a lot of places where a lot of these people were, but you just don't have the understanding.
But the freedom, bro, that's the thing too, bro. Like I might be selfish, but like the freedom, my friends didn't have freedom, bro.
I don't think you're being selfish.
I think it's more selfish to have kids and not have a structure for them. That's what I'm into. Said to mom, like, yo, like I gotta figure this out. Like, hey man, I haven't done that bad. Because like my mom got deported when I was 15. So let's just say from 15, I had to everything switch. You know, you went from having all the Jordans to now you got to get a job.
But I bet you moms would be happy when you like DJ Khaled in every video you drop your baby in it and and everybody eating off it. I'm just saying, moms always think they know, right? But as soon as your decisions start making sense, right? They're like, oh, I've always believed in you. But that's not what you were saying 3 months ago when I was broke. Mom's now.
Guys, I mean, she doesn't even like the politics things. Because, you know, she's like, oh, you're in somebody's country. Like, you should mind your own business, and shit like that. So she doesn't even.
Now, this is your country.
So, but it's like, I just feel like, yo, I'm at the end of the day, like, we couldn't do this in the places that we were born. So,
no, we couldn't.
We gotta squeeze as much as we can from this country, bro. Like
squeeze it,
bro. Like,
but as also, and I also say this because as foreigners, and I always tell people this because I am a foreigner. So as a foreigner, I watch foreigners, right? Some of our foreigners, not black or whatever race they may be, they have no respect for the culture. What is American culture, right? American culture is everybody's culture, right? But there is what we call requisites, right? There are certain things that we all know that has to go down as American, and people come here blatantly ignoring those fucking things, expecting us to respect their culture because that's the shit we push here, right? When we need to understand that the USA is the United States of America, but it's predominantly white, and they predominantly speak English, and they're predominantly fucking ignorant and racist, right? And then motherfuckers just run around here like, just because all the cities are inclusive, that the whole United States is inclusive, and we're supposed to just all bend the knee. It's not the way it works, fam. Know what I mean? We can't.
I don't agree with like let's say. The immigrants that think they're better than black people. That's the ones I don't like.
You can't go to Saudi Arabia making up rules, but motherfuckers could come to America making up rules. You go to Saudi Arabia and the motherfuckers tell you bend the knee to the sovereign king, you bend that fucking knee to the sovereign king, or you might lose your fucking head that day or that week, my dude. You feel me?
You'll go to court the same day. Get prosecuted on the same day, bro.
Executed that same night.
Executed. Where? Yeah, like that same by the same
So-
nigga, bro. Like that shit is crazy over there.
So
Muhammad don't play.
So when I think we have a little too much options out here because we forget the harshness of what the reality of the situation is, of what we just said. Judged on the same day. Prosecuted on the same day, judged, and the fucking executed the same night. We've seen it all on Facebook, whether we like it or not. A big Habibi nigga with a fucking Aladdin sword fucking chopping a dude head off. I've seen it on Facebook.
WhatsApp be sending, Colombians be sending the most graphic shit through WhatsApp. I had to cut them off. Like, bro, I'm eating, my nigga. What's going on? Like, cause like,
I just woke up, fam. I don't want this.
Bro, I wasn't ready for all that trauma. Like, I just switched from my iPhone to my Android, bro. Like, Android has this weird fucking, what's it called? I think I see it right here. Hold on. Android has this thing called Newsbreak. You have an Android, or you have it's called Newsbreak. I didn't have that in the iPhone.
I don't know. I don't subscribe to Newsbreak.
Bro, I gotta take that shit off. Bro, every time there's a multiple of 3, meaning that if there's more than 3 homicides, I get it. Like Shorty shot her mom, her dad, and her uncle. I have to read that. And I'm driving or I'm walking, and look, I get every message. There's a volcano, bro. I see, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to read this trauma. That's just trauma and trauma and trauma and trauma.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, it was coming to a point where I really was getting desensitized to that type of shit. So I really had to stop watching it.
I have to, bro. Like,
because you don't want to be desensitized to that shit. You always want to be outraged. You always want to be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with people? You always want that feeling. So when people be like, oh, are you? I'm like, no, I'm not soft.
Bro, but it's programming too, bro. It's programming.
They programming you to be desensitized so it can happen to me or you, my dude. But that's why I'm not desensitized to it. So when I'm ever put in those situations where I feel awkward,
shit,
no, you fuck getting you sick of that shit right now. You are.
And that's why, like, I feel like there's 50 states for a reason. And it's like, when we look at 50 states, you got to look for the place that is most convenient for you.
Yes. But I also tell people, right? They pretend that we in the United States of America and every place is a coastal city. And the coastal cities is the places that have most of the black people, right? Most of these rural places, yes, they may have black people, but black people are not domineering in these places, right? Go to Montana. There is still out of 15 states, about 13 of them that are not just majority white, predominantly white, right? That means they run every business. They own all the land, and there might be 1 or 2 of you in the fucking town.
Just like City for Real? You describing City for Real right now?
Like
City for Real in Idaho?
Like Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Come on, bro. That's just 3.
A bunch of land, bro. Mad land, bro. That's going back to the Kwame. Remember when Kwame was like, bro, Kwame has a big ass acres.
How many niggas you know that didn't play sports say they from Utah? How many niggas you know that didn't play sports say they from Denver?
Nah. They all come from Broward County. Broward County in Florida.
We all know there's black people in these places. That's not what the fuck we're saying. What they're saying is their culture don't dominate these fucking places. You meet black people in these other places, they don't even act quote unquote black, and that doesn't mean ignorant. They don't even have black voices.
Yo, I hate that a lot here. I see it a lot here too, bro. Oh my god,
say shit like that. You sound crazy. Man. Oh, what you mean? What's a black voice? Not a white voice, nigga.
Unapologetically black, bro. That's fucking true.
That's
bro.
what I am. I'm unapologetically
I hate people
black,
like that, bro.
Like
I see that so much here, bro. Like, so like the blackest person talking mad white, and I'm like, oh my god, they took you away from us, bro. San Diego is very military, because of the Navy here. But
No,
I like
know.
it here.
I got family. I got family out there.
I rather San Diego than LA. I don't like LA.
No, LA is too fucking
It's too dense, too big. I
too
also take
big,
it
too
personal.
dense, too smoggy, and too fucking dangerous.
It is dangerous, bro. It
Very
shows
dangerous.
you. It looks
Very
so
dangerous.
different than what it is, bro. You know why? Also, the way that one thing is. Oh, actually, it's great that you're here because like you're from the here. I understand why there was a West Coast versus East Coast. Now, what I understand is they took it more personal because when they say West Coast, bro, it's literally the West Coast. Like you're in Sacramento. I'm close to Mexico. For me to go from Utica over there, that's like 8 hours, 9 hours.
9.
But you still in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you drive 30 miles down from Brooklyn, you're in Pennsylvania.
No,
you're in New Jersey.
You in the Bronx, probably.
You're in Virginia. You're in Virginia. So like the way they look at the West is not the same way we look at the East. Like we're not the whole East Coast.
Because what the problem is our states are smaller but congested. We have way more people, but our land mass is smaller, right? That land mass, they're used to land, and this is what we don't understand on the East Coast, right? We think we're supposed to live on top of each other like fucking roaches.
Like freaking like fucking sardines and shit.
But once you start expanding yourself and started getting real space for yourself, then you start understanding you don't want no nigga living on top of you, right? Or living next to you that you don't want living next to you, right? This is why a nigga like me don't want to live in New York no more. I grew up there. I went through what I went through there. I'm just good.
I had to move out.
I love all my New York City. I mean, all my people.
I'll go for Thanksgiving. I'll go back
straight.
for Thanksgiving in that city.
I'm straight.
But I'm actually like I moved on from the city because like I outgrew the city. I feel, but LA was weird because over here they have like the alleys. Is it called alleys? Yeah, it's called alleys, right?
Yeah, alleys.
That's the most like corrupt part of the cities, the alleys. That's where everything goes on at. That's what I realized. There's Broadway and then there's the alley. Mostly in LA. But in San Diego, you don't see it as much.
But the difference is and I don't want to make a broad statement because West Coast niggas do shit on Front Street. They definitely do.
They do, definitely.
They definitely do shit on Front Street. I just think our mindsets are different, bro. Like they're more ingrained with that gang member shit, and we are. It just seemed like we've been following that shit for too long, and we need to get back to creating.
It's back. Oh no, bro! It just got the biggest pump up right now. Right now, it's drill music, like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is like, yo, bro. Chicago is everywhere, bro. Chicago is everywhere, and Chicago is the most corrupted city. Cook County is the most corrupted. I mean, if we're gonna keep it a stack, Nipsey got clipped. Nipsey got clipped because Nipsey was trying to. You know what, Killer Mike?
You think it was the Dr. Sebi thing?
No, fuck Dr. Sebi. He was telling niggas to drink pee. Fuck that nigga. Like, never mind, but I like Dr. Sebi was wild sometimes. Like sometimes Dr. Sebi is wild.
They're gonna come for you, son. They're not gonna come for me. They're gonna come for you.
Dr. Sebi had left eye. Dr. Sebi had left eye was eating like he drinking piss and eating like shit from the floor. Like left eye was diet pretty bad. So fuck. Like not sure I say fuck him, but again, I feel like remember when Killer Mike had that show on Netflix, I think, or HBO? Where
he made the Cripicola?
Now we're getting somewhere.
And
When he did that,
and the blood
he started an LLC. He started an LLC. He started Crip LLC. And he started Blood LLC. He also met with the OGs over here to let them know, hey, this might sound like a joke, but we could make this serious later on, right? That was the beginning of something. We didn't see it as something, but that was the beginning of something.
I seen that as something because I was thinking this is what like he said,
the Harley Davidson guys,
the Hells Angels.
Yeah,
and they really took it serious when they gang
they're
like
non-profits.
Everybody fucking else.
The NFL's a non-profit, bro, for a reason. Like NBA, they're all non-profits.
No, they're not the NFL.
Look it up. The NFL is a non-profit. They are a 503c. Yeah, bro, some crazy shit. But what I'm trying to say is like, Killer Mike does come from a family of cops. His father's a cop. His grandpa's a cop. So Killer Mike has the connections. Killer Mike might be like a governor in a few years. Actually, if he gets in tune with shit. So Nipsey had a correlation with that because Nipsey was gonna have a meeting with the LAPD the next morning.
Is that true, or was that just something that they threw out there?
Facts. Bill Bratton, who at that time was the commissioner, was holding a paper on the day and said, we had him scheduled for tomorrow. That's what he said. We had him scheduled for tomorrow. But again, what is Nipsey? The son of an immigrant from Eritrea.
That's true.
He has a different mentality.
What? No, wasn't they Somalian or African or something?
No, they from Eritrea. But I actually have a joke over here that I say when I be meeting like girls over here, I'll be like, "Are you Ethiopian, Eritrean, or Somalian?" And they be like, "Yeah, Eritrean. It's like half of the earth of Africa, but like in the middle of Africa, That's what I meant to say. But the girl goes like, "Yo, so how you know?" I'm like, "Why you asking me if I'm one of them?" Oh, because of the foreheads. Like they all got the round foreheads. You ever notice? They all got the round the most beautiful foreheads. Don't get me wrong. They got that Rihanna cute forehead you want to kiss on, like mwah, like, you got a big forehead, baby. They cute
shiny forehead, motherfucker.
They cute as hell, but they got the big ass forehead. Like
some people got them reflective foreheads. You like what the fuck?
Like be shine.
That shit look like reflective Velcro.
But it goes back, bro. It goes back, like, bro. A lot of times they hate on us, bro, on immigrants, bro. Mostly us black immigrants. Black immigrants are the key for a lot of black men. I tell you this, we went to Costa Rica with my brother, and like, back then I still was like I still had a green card, so it was funny because we have the same name. Like my brother has my father's name, so we technically both juniors. It's just that I have Andrew and he's Alexander. So like think about, we got the same first name, same last name. The middle name is different, but we look the same. So when we're traveling, coming back to the States, I get sent to a little room. They tell my brother, keep going. He's like, but where you taking my brother? I go with my brother. Oh no, sir, that's immigration, Right there was an opening for my brother because it was like, oh snap, why they had you for 4 or now we're over there? I'm like, bro, because I'm black, ding ding ding, I'm Colombian, ding 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 ding, I'm an immigrant, ding 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 ding. I petitioned before for the end of the war on drugs, for example. I sat down with Eric Holder, the Attorney General for Obama back in 2007. When during the crack epidemic, what the United States did was they criminalized a drug addiction. They criminalized blacks, they criminalized Puerto Ricans, they criminalized Jamaicans, they criminalized anybody that was of dark skin. And they had a rule of poor white, or even white.
Poor whites.
poor whites too. Shout outs to the poor whites. You know, you guys are very undermined. Hey man, I mess with the poor whites because I know there's a lot of them. There's
it's
a lot.
true. It's true though.
But I think who was it that there was a big quote by Malcolm X that you just reminded me that he goes if a rich white man lies to a poor white man and makes him feel like he's better than the top Negro, in this case, Obama, you know, you had Trump comes in and tells the poor whites, hey, he's from Kenya. Hey, we got the first black president. We're losing our country. And and that same poor white man will pay him so he could keep lying to him. Because some people are so poor that the only thing that they have is, at least I'm not a nigga.
Lies. Yeah, not for sure.
You know? But the poor white
but they don't understand that that at least I'm not a nigga is literally old and it's dead. You're the motherfuckers like I watch, and I'm not even gonna be judgy right now. I see some of these motherfucking white people that be running around, they would happily be niggas if they had a chance. Know what I mean?
They wiggers.
They would. They just pretend they wouldn't be. Right? You see how they be moving and they need all this help and that and the third and like
yeah, but then that's the thing that I was trying to get to you. Like with the war on drugs, what's happening now with America is that now you don't have the crack epidemic. Now you have the opium epidemic, you know? But it's not Tyrone, it's not Jose. Now is the son of the lawyer, the son of the cop, the son of the judge. That's you know, little Tommy, you know. Oh man, little Tommy's a good kid. You know, we can't throw little Tommy 30 years in jail. No, now we learning that they training cops to inject Narcan, you know. So when somebody has an overdose, now we don't say, oh, I'm not touching that crackhead. Now the cop has to inject the Narcan because we got to save little Tommy. Now, granted, that's beautiful. We need to say, I think rehabilitation is the way, right? Rehabilitation is the way. But, okay, now, so like the government goes, shit, we can't lock up a bunch of black people no more because, shit, they're going to know.
And we're not doing crack like that like we used.
And we're not doing crack like that. They're actually the addicts. So now,
exactly.
So now you go, okay, because prison is the moneymaker. Charmin has a contract with the prison system. Colgate has a contract. Ty has a contract, you know, and they got to,
But that's where it comes in, where they incentivize us doing crime through music, fam. Because they know we're not doing drugs and we're not selling drugs like that. And come on, let's be real. Most dudes is going back to working and being entrepreneurs. And there's a small percentage of dudes that's still selling drugs. Right?
Very small.
A very small percentage of dudes that's still selling drugs. And those dudes are not getting glorified like that no more, bro. They're not. Actually, that's the reason why rappers like Pop Smoke get killed, because you know you have back in the 90s, LL Cool J wanted to party with the drug dealers. LL Cool J wanted to be like the drug dealers, but not KRS. Not KRS-One.
Not KRS-One for sure. But I'm talking about
not the originators. Those was the the originators had a message to tell. That's all I mean.
You just made me realize that Queens was the dirty ones of the rap game, because the Colombians are in Queens. So we might be at fault. Yo, bro, I'll tell you the story about like Graciela Bertrand, the kingpin of like, I think they used to call her the La Reina de she's like the queen of cocaine. Like she was the
you talking about Griselda?
Griselda, yeah. Griselda Blanco. You know, yeah, she invented drive-bys.
I think I heard of that. I watched the story.
She invented drive-bys. Like she boosts the murder rate in Miami back in the days, back in the 80s, like crazy. Like them Colombians came killing, my nigga. Like them Colombians came in chopping bodies, and that's when they had to like, hey, they tone it down.
And they talked about how gangster she was. Like she's still in prison now. She's still alive right now.
No. She got out of prison back in 2015, and 2 hours after she arrived in Medellin, she was a big snitch for the DEA. But the Colombians learned their lesson. This is what happened with Colombians. Colombians learned, okay, we can't be Billy Badass. We could create the drug, but we cannot export it anymore, right? Because the Colombians wanted to be the guy that planned it. They wanted to be the negotiator. They wanted to have all the cake on the business. But Colombians didn't want to go to prison. Colombians are not as strong as the Mexicans. I'll tell you that.
Let me drop a bomb for that. Let me drop a bomb for this nigga keeping it real about his own people, nigga.
No, it's a fact. Nah, but it's nothing but facts because if you go back to the Cali cartel, the Medellin cartel, the Cali cartel worked with the DEA to get Pablo Escobar, to get lighter sentences. And then when they fucked over the Medellin cartel and the Medellin cartel went down, guess what the DEA went? They went for the Cali cartel and took all of them snitch ass niggas to prison. So, but then the Colombians realized, shit, we cannot be risking ourselves like that. So now with the way it goes, okay, it comes from Colombia, but we sell it to the Dominicans. We sell it to the Trinidadians. Trinidad and Tobago, hey, shout out to the Trinidadians. There's a lot of boats coming out of there.
I'm Trinidadian.
Hey, the Trinis, they're getting money right now. The Dominicans, they're getting money right now. Now the Mexicans, that's where the game went. They took it to another level. The cartels in Mexico are so strong. You know why they got a Chapo? They didn't find 1 cent from El Chapo. Because El Chapo invested on the first train system in Colombia was built by El Chapo. The first highway in Sinaloa was built by El Chapo. El Chapo started putting his money on government money. So what you gonna do? You're gonna shut down the whole MTA? You can. That money's gone, That money is already invested. But drugs is funny for me because it's just like a brick of cocaine in Colombia costs $1,500. Smoke. A brick of cocaine. Right?
Is how much?
$1,500 for a brick of cocaine. Now, mind you, it goes a little bit up to Panama. It's like round border. It goes up to 5,000. It goes a little bit up to Costa Rica. Now we're talking about 10 G's. Once it arrives to Mexico, it's 20 G's. You're not counting that the Mexican is gonna cut it in 4 and gonna make 4 bricks out of 1. So the Mexican already quadrupling the whole shebang bang. But again, the Colombian realized, Colombia is an ally. Colombia is an American ally. Little by little, Colombia needs to clean their mantra, not being known so much for drugs, So little by little, they're trying to do that. They're trying to they're trying to get that blue visa, that blue passport. So you don't even have to get a visa to come here, because a lot of countries like Panama, you could just travel straight through. So Colombia is trying to get that. That's why they're focused on let's just let the Dominicans get caught. Let's let.
Now finish.
No, yeah, but with drugs, people don't realize that the addicts are here, and it's a lose situation because when an NYPD cop falls in love with you, and he knows that you smoke is making 10 grand, he's not gonna arrest you with 10 grand smoke. He's gonna arrest you when you have the Range Rover. And he's gonna wait for you to get caught with drugs in the Range Rover. Now, when they catch the Range Rover, that's part of a crime scene. When it's part of a crime scene, now it's not your car. Ask drug dealers how hard it is to get their cars back. They never get it back. 2 months later, that same car is on the impound for $5,000 on the NYPD impound. And the same cop goes and pick up your car. And they're like, fuck this nigga. This nigga thought his car is worth more than my paycheck. Who the fuck you think you are? And that's what Uncle Sam does. Uncle Sam is like, you gotta give me my cut. That's what America's all about. You think you beating the system by living of the system? You think you're beating the system by Uncle Sam goes, oh, you think you're Billy Badass? I got a hotel called Jail. I could put you in there, and now California makes $60,000 from the federal government out of you.
And then on top of them making money off you, you owe them once you get out, fam. So not only did they make off warming up that hot cot in the bed that you was in, and while they were feeding you, you have to pay them for the stay. After they made money off you, you got to pay them for the stay, dog.
Bro, so much free labor. You see it whenever there's a fire, they be having niggas from I be feeling bad, bro. They be having niggas from Pelican Bay out there being the California heroes for free, bro. $1 an hour, shit like that.
Yo, one of my partners did that, bro. I know. So
modern slavery, bro. Modern slavery.
100%, fam.
Modern slavery.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got what's today? Monday? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of tired. I gotta take my ass to bed. We had a good talk. 3 a.m. Truth for Satan Ministries. Holla at your boy.
Text me your page, because I don't know what's your page name.
All right, I'm gonna text it.
I want to see the stream.
Because
this stream is wild.
Yeah, this shit lit. This shit lit.
So text me the link for your page so I can subscribe.
I got. Man,
I wish I would have got some weed today, man. That's why I'm awake, because I didn't even smoke today. I was clear mind like a motherfucker.
Fucking I'm off on Wednesday too, so I'm going live that day. Fucking mosquito out of fucking.
All right, Brody. Get that rest.
100%, bro. Don't think, because I'm gonna hit you with the private chat.
Gotcha.
Word.